routing. Okay, so let's take a step back to where we talked about the signal flow of live. Let's use this track as an example, okay? Okay, so this is an audio track. So this track is going to play, and then it's going to go through any effects down here, and then our volume here, and then it's sent to our main track or our master. Now we can kind of interrupt that flow with routing. Okay, so these little negative infinity things. So let's talk about how this works. We have, by default, set up into a default session, we have 2 return tracks. Those are these down here. Okay, we can make as many of these as we want. We just have to go to create and insert return track. Okay, now I have 3. Our new one is called C return. Now you'll notice when I made a third one, a third negative infinity popped up on all tracks. Okay, if I make another one, create insert return track, a 4th one pops up on all tracks and a 4th one down here. Okay, so I can send this signal down to any of these if I want by just turning up some volume here. Okay, so let's say I want to send this to my A return track. Let's give it some volume. That's how much volume is going to get sent there. Okay, now my volume is still going to go out normally to my master track, but it's also going to go to this return track. Okay, so why would I want to do that? The reason is I can put some effects on these return tracks. So this one by default has reverb on it. So this is a cool trick because let's say there's a bunch of different stuff that I want reverb on throughout my session. I can put a reverb effect on any track I want. But if I want the same reverb for all the instruments, I'm going to have to keep track of what my settings are, what my dial is on all the different tracks that I put that reverb. Or instead of putting a reverb on all these tracks, I could just send some of the signal for all the tracks that I want to have reverb, let's say these top 3, down to this return, and then put my reverb there. Okay, so now this track has nothing but reverbed tracks. Okay, let's solo just my reverb.